comic was a Shogun Warriors comic. So
is it really?
I got the
great
Shogun
stuff.
Warriors comic because I was, as a kid, nuts over the Shogun Warriors, so totally, right?
I was going to ask you, Josh, what is your favorite? I mean, I know that there's a lot of Japanese robots and everything. What is your absolute favorite?
There's a character called there's two that I obsess about. One is the Shogun Warrior Raideen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other one is the vehicle Voltron.
Really? You like the vehicle?
Voltron. I may have like the largest vehicle Voltron collection like anywhere.
It's funny because no one really loves the vehicle one that I run into.
It was one of those things that, like, I asked my parents for Voltron, and that's the one I got. Right? Like I wanted the Lion one, but I got the vehicle Voltron, and then that became my Voltron. Like I like that's where, and I've always rooted for the underdog, and it felt like a kinship with the underdog of things anyway. So it was just like a match that was made in heaven, and I've just got so much stuff of that character now. It's ridiculous. I could probably open a little museum that nobody would attend.
That's awesome.
Those comics were so much fun. Those Shogun Warriors.
Oh yeah,
man,
Herb
yeah.
Trimp's art in those.
Bill Mantlo wrote it. I mean, he was doing Micronauts too, and that I was a Star Wars kid, so I couldn't take my $4 a week to spend on toys and split it between Star Wars and Micronauts. But that was one of my favorite series of all time. I love the Micronauts.
Which one? Micronauts?
Yep.
Nice.
The first season, the first 12 issues are some of the best ever.
And I was a weird kid. Like I was very much a tactile person, and the Micronauts toys were always very fragile for me. They couldn't stand up on their own. The parts broke easy, and I got frustrated very easy with them. So at the time, I was just like, nope, I'm not. I had a Hornetroid, and I had the Terrafant, and I had a couple aliens and a couple of figures, and they just they fell apart. They didn't stand up for play like the Kenner Star Wars figures did. And so I just didn't, now I completely appreciate them, but I just didn't have that attachment because they weren't, the same, right?
I got the Terrafant because I wanted a Walker type character so I could play with my Empire Strikes Back figures.
Nice.
And remember it shot water? You loaded it up and it shot water out the front.
Yeah, you had the little pump on the back and it would shoot water out the nose. Yep. Tank treads were great. It was great. It was a great piece.
They don't make stuff like that anymore,
And the art on those boxes too. The art on those boxes, because they were fully painted. It was beautiful stuff.
Harry asked, GoBots were crap, right?
No. I have every GoBot that has ever been made.
Do you really?
Most of the Japanese exclusives.
You even have was it the Rock Lords? Remember the Rock Lords?
I have all the Rock Lords, including like the crystal ones.
Oh,
I have the ones that you pull the strings back and everything. Yeah, well, the thing about that is the GoBots cartoons sucked. But the toys that they were based on, Machine Robo, were solid, playable hand candy that any kid could figure out and put in their pocket. There was die-cast metal. And they, they were just awesome, so if you can just divorce yourselves from, the horrid cartoon,
if you just look at the toys objectively, like instead,
I a lot of the toys that I collect, I couldn't care less about the shows that they come from. I haven't watched every episode of Voltron, and I don't care. It's like I'm there for the toys, right?
Yeah.
But Star Wars is a Star Wars Black Hole, Tron, that kind of stuff I'm all into.
If you're a writer, podcaster, artist, or indie creator of any kind, you'll know what a struggle it can be to find creative services at an affordable price. And that's where Gig comes in. The global indie group has everything you need under one roof. You can connect with publishers, writers, editors, artists, videographers, musicians, composers, voiceover artists, podcasters, and more.
Hi, I'm Lori Calcaterra, and I'm on Gig.
Hi, this is Ben from Comic Book Squares, and we're on Gig.
This is George Medina, and I'm on Gig.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and I'm on Gig.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Matt, and we're Hops Geek News,
the geek-centric beer-loving pop culture podcast.
We're on Gig.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Letzi, and I'm on Gig.
Hi, I'm Witty, and I'm on Gig.
We're on Gig.
Head to globalindiegroup.com now and check it out.